Hey guys, Oppo Find X3. This is not a Pro version. This is not a Snapdragon 888. This is a Snapdragon 870 version, non-Pro. And between these two phones, that's literally the only difference. Just the processor. The cameras, the display, the hardware, pretty much everything is the same, just the CPU. So long story short, design, very well rounded. A lot of people that see this phone say that it's very reminiscent of the new iPhones because of the cameras, but they're just in reverse. Three cameras, very slender design. What I do like is that, again, the thing I always keep saying, no cracks, no crevices, no place where the dust can come in. I had this for about 2 months, always carried it in a sandstone case. No cracks, no scratches. I always carry my phone without the screen protector. This one doesn't even have any micro scratches. Like, it's really good. No fingerprints on the screen, extremely minimum. At the angle at which you're looking at your phone, you can't even see them. So as for the design, it's absolutely great. Seamless, nothing to scratch my fingers, nothing to come in. The design is brilliant. The power key, the unlock key is low enough so you can be able to reach it. Stereo speakers, the earpiece doubles as a speaker. It has a solid grill so wind cannot get in. Same goes for down here, USB-C port, and that's pretty much it. The display is absolutely gorgeous and wonderful. Usually people go for like, it's an OLED panel, so it has to be good. No, there are pentile OLED panels, there are dynamic AMOLED panels, like there's differences. This is a superb top of the line panel, 120 hertz, which you can use at 1440p resolution, but I would not advise to do so because it does drain a lot of battery very fast. The phone is smooth, operates very well. There's no rainbowing when you look at the edges of the phone, when you look at it from the side. I had both the OnePlus 9 and the OnePlus 9 Pro. I'm pretty sure that the OnePlus 9 Pro and this particular phone share the exact same screen, whereas the OnePlus 9 had color shifting towards red, or let's say color tinting towards red. So I was not happy with the OnePlus 9 display, but 9 Pro and this one are absolutely brilliant, top of the line. And even the pulse wave modulation frequency is high enough so you won't get any headaches or you won't get any issues. Had no burn-in, but 2 months, buttery smooth experience, top of the line. Cameras are exceptionally good. Let me take a look if I have, and I do have. This is a shot that I took a few nights ago, and this was a night shot. So what happened was that the moon was coming over the edges. I just had to refocus my camera because even my camera cannot show the picture here. The moon is like very small. But my point being is that even if I zoom in extremely close, the image is still extremely sharp and there is a lot of detail in it. And this is like no flash, just nighttime photography. Brilliantly done. As for daytime photography, I had zero issues with OIS, with stabilization. Like, this is one of the best cameras of the year, if not the best. There's no point in me showing you these on the phone itself because I don't really edit my videos. I'm just trying to give you as much information as possible. This is a Chinese bought phone. I bought it in China, 256 gigabyte variant for 4,500 RMB, which roughly translates to 555 euros, which would be more or less around $600. Even though it's the Chinese software, I can install Google Apps, no problem. They work here fine. We just need to use the VPN, but more or less that's it. I also have the Google Cam ported as well. There is differences in the pictures between the stock software and what the Google Cam does. Both are great, but both go for a completely different take on photography, whether it's Google's high noise, better detail, or Oppo's less noise, but the shadows are a little bit crushed. But in both cases, the results are absolutely superb. So the front-facing camera also very good. Again, I really had zero issues. Like, this is a point and shoot, and every time the photos are gonna come out crispy clear. Never had issues. Like, it's not a hit and miss camera. So yeah. Speakers. Again, to all my phones, I port Sony's music speaker. Please don't hate me, Sony. You know I love you. This is my own track, so I don't get copyrighted. Sadly, you cannot find this on YouTube because the album is still in the works. The speakers are very loud. There is an enormous amount of headroom. There is Dolby Atmos, there is bass, and yeah, the audio from the phone is ridiculously good. If you connect your earbuds, headphones, however, there is a huge difference. Even though OnePlus 9 Pro and this one, the Oppo Find X3, they come from the same parent company and their software is exactly the same here in China, there are some key differences when it comes to audio. Whereas OnePlus 9 Pro was absolutely awesome out of the box with basses and whatnot, the audio profile of this DAC is completely flat. This is the only phone ever that I actually had to go into the Sony app and crank up the bass almost to the max, because if you just plug in your headphones into this or connect them via Bluetooth and you start playing, it just comes flat. It's very difficult to listen to unless you're a musician and you prefer the flat sound. But for most casual listeners, you will have to tweak the sound, which is actually a really good thing, because when you have a flat audio profile, you're actually given the freedom of like doing and tweaking your sound however you want, because outside of the box, there's no presets or EQs. Even though it has Dolby Atmos, it's not what I was expecting from it. Battery life. Battery life has been great. I do a lot of gaming. I play Asphalt 9, Arena of Valor, or in China it's known Honor of Kings. Implosion here. First of all, the games perform flawlessly. Never had a freeze, never had a bug, never had anything drop out on me. That's number one. Number two, even though I do heavy gaming, I get 5 to 6 hours of screen on time at full HD resolution. I'm talking 1080p, not 1440. And the good thing is that the charger that you get is 65 watts or 67, I can't remember. The battery is split in two. So what it does, it charges 2250 milliamps of battery at about 30 watts, which means that even though it's a fast charging phone, the battery will not degrade as much over time, because it's technically, just imagine that you're having a, let's say, Galaxy Note 10, and instead of charging one battery at, very slow 25 watts, you're going to be charging two batteries at the same speed, but the capacity is much bigger. The phone fully charges in about 25 minutes. It just changes the way I use my phone, and it's great. Sadly, the phone comes with Color OS, and what I mean when I say sadly, me personally, I'm used to stock Android. I prefer it. Although this software, unlike previous versions of Oppo's and most Chinese phone software, is really not intrusive. Like, you get bloatware that you can easily uninstall. As you can see, there's no Chinese apps here. I removed the labels from my icons. There is Taobao and a few apps that I actually do use because I live in China, but other than that, everything can be uninstalled. I installed Google Apps, not even ported, literally just APK installed the framework. And even the phone itself, even though it comes from China, it does have, accounts, where is that? It does have Google Apps that come pre-installed. Not the Google Apps, but it does have, Google account. It does have Google Framework pre-installed. So this phone is an absolute 10 out of 10. Awesome display, awesome, brilliantly awesome cameras, great phone for the money. The price isn't really that high. Charges really fast. There is literally not one single bad thing about this phone. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. Remember, non-pro variant, and I'll be sure to answer them as best as possible.